What's going on, everybody? It's your boy K Wilson. Welcome back to the Positive Charge. And this week, just wanted to bring up something that I was reminded of last week as I was able to connect with an old friend and do some business with, some work with that I hadn't talked to in a while, and this is someone actually I had never met in person before. We kind of connected during the pandemic online. We had kind of going back and forth, communicated on social media and things like that. And we had developed a real friendship, and so when the opportunity came about, we were able to link up and work, right? And that encounter, I tell you, it was like meeting someone in person, but it felt like we had been around each other for years, right? And so it just reminded me of today's world, how important it is to build those lasting relationships. And what I mean by that, and I know especially now in today's world, we want everything now. It's immediate. And a lot of times when we network, when we come together, we're trying to figure out what's the quick angle. How can you help me right now? How can I link with you right now? And a lot of times that's not the case. And so one of the philosophies I live by is you never know how or when someone is going to have an impact on your life. It may not be today or tomorrow, but you never know, at some point, maybe years from now, you come together and it works, And so as you're going about, as you're moving about in this world, as you meet people, sometimes just, learning about that person, connecting with them on different levels. A lot of times people we encounter, the impact may not even really be for you. For example, I've come across a lot of people who really didn't have an interest or, in my career, what we did, and we weren't in the same, universes and things like that. But I was able to connect that person with someone else, and the impact was there. And so we never know how it's going to end up in this world. We never know who's going to do what, when, how. And so I think the best thing we can do is keep an open mind as we meet people. If you come across people, sometimes they're just good people. Sometimes they just cool. You may not know exactly what it is for you in your life, in your world, and vice versa. But just start there, and if it doesn't work right now, don't discard people. One of the things I found, especially on some of like the networking sites online and stuff, is just that if there's not an immediate connection, you kind of get like professionally ghosted, and I've seen that before, and it's like, no, maybe you still reach out. One of the other thing I do on this share is that, every so often when I get a free moment, I'll just check in on people that maybe I haven't spoke to in a little while. And it may not be a phone call. Sometimes it's a text if I have the text. Sometimes it's a message on social media, however I connected with them. But just to see, hey, what's going on? What you doing? What's going on? How are you doing? And you'd be surprised some of the results I get, some of the feedback I get, and the responses I get from those people. They might have been thinking the same thing about me, and just that connection, it kind of just sparked things again. So again, I just wanted to remind you guys, you never know in this world where the impact is going to come from, when it's going to happen. And so keep an open mind as we connect with each other. All right. And again, you can check us out always, again, on TikTok, on the YouTube channel. Check us out, everything on the website, KennethRWilson.com. And as always, again, keep your battery charged. Have a positive week.